Okay, I think we're live. I'm using a new streaming service, so let me just pause this music. Okay, I think we're live, guys. Let's go back here. There we go. What's up, guys? Spontaneous live show today, and we're gonna be reacting to the latest Kevin Durant trade rumors and news. Lots to talk about, you guys. And we're going to try our best to dive into it all. It's going to be a fun show, you guys. So thank you to everybody who is tuning in. I really do appreciate it. Again, you guys, using a different streaming service and using a different, just platform overall. So please bear with me, you guys. I will do my best. I really like this new streaming format. It's a lot better than StreamYard. I mean, StreamYard did its job and it provided me with countless shows. So I can't complain too much, but their time is over. They overcharge now for something that just shouldn't be that expensive. Like, yeah, there's the free version, but they limit you so much and there's not that many tools. I'm using the free version of this Restream, so shout out to them. And there's like twice as much tools. But before we get started, you guys, I figured since it's Saturday night and who knows, like Kevin Durant could be on this team for another few more hours, or he could be gone. He could be gone with by like Monday. So I figured, you know what, you guys, let's just go ahead and crack open a cold one, shall we? Let me know what you're drinking in the chat, you guys, and we will dive into this Kevin Durant trade news and so much more. Cheers. Delicious. Okay, yeah, so let me see if this works too. I wonder what happens if we hit this. Can you guys see the chat on the screen right now? I don't know. Maybe that's just on my end. Ooh, that'd be cool if that's what it, or I guess I should point this way. Let me know if you guys can see the chat on the screen right now. I don't know if you can, but all right, guys. So also, if my voice is a bit scratchy, I do apologize. Something has been taking away my voice. So, all right, guys. Again, thank you to everybody that's in here. I really do appreciate it. And okay, cool. Thank you for letting me know that you guys can see the chat. That's so cool. That's what I'm talking about, you guys. Again, I appreciate StreamYard for all those countless shows that I did. I'll be forever grateful to them. But I'm using Restream and I can freaking show the chat on the screen. And there's all these other tools that I can use. And I'm using the free version of it. So if you're a content creator, if you're a live streamer, get Restream like right now. Like after the show, I'm gonna pay for the premium version or whatever. So yeah. Anyways, all right, cool. Let's do this, you guys. You didn't hear me. You didn't click this live show to listen to me complain about StreamYard and all that. So about 2 hours ago, we got sort of some breaking news. I mean, a lot of us kind of knew this was like the reports and all that, but Shams Charania of ESPN absolutely trolled us all. I thought Kevin Durant got traded. I was like, oh my God, what just happened? Shams Charania just tweeted. And this is what he tweeted right here. Let me make sure it's looking good on the screen too. Can we do something like this? Look at that. I can still show myself in here, you guys. Can I like fix this though? Let's see. Whatever. I'll do that later. But anyways, you guys can see it right here, you guys. Sorry, I'm going to remove the chat just real quick, just because it's kind of in my way. How do we do this? Okay, there we go. Cool. Sorry, chat. I'll bring you guys back in a minute. So here we go. Shams Charania trolls us all like 2 hours ago. The Miami Heat, the San Antonio Spurs, and the Houston Rockets are 15-time All-Star Kevin Durant's preferred trade destinations out of Phoenix, sources tell ESPN. Those across the NBA have been made aware in recent days that those are the three teams that Durant would commit to long term. I had a conversation with somebody the other day that was like, when do you think Kevin Durant is going to, retire? I'm like, dude, Kevin Durant seems like the type of player who like isn't going to retire probably for a long time. Like I could see KD playing into his 40s, and I mean that. Cheers. So, um now long term, I mean again, KD's what like 37 or something like that. Like that could just mean, a couple more years and he'll ride into the sunset and he will retire. But you know, again, I'm not shocked by this. I really did think maybe it was just the recent speculation and rumors. I really did think that Minnesota had a big chance to trade for Kevin Durant. I mean, I made a whole video about it on my channel. Go check that out. But and like, don't get me wrong, I truly do believe that all three of these teams can offer us a great package. But like, I kind of felt like I don't know, like, and it was like reported that like a lot of other teams might be in the mix, but like we kept hearing the Spurs, Rockets, and Heat. So like this isn't like shocking news, but I thought maybe a few more teams would be, in the running. And who knows? They still could be. Something that I'm a big believer in, you guys, is that and you're gonna hear me say this countless times on my channel, you guys. So much can change from now. I'm recording this June 14th at nearly 9:30 p.m. Arizona time to, the draft. A lot could change from now to Monday. You know what I mean? Like it wouldn't shock me if Kevin Durant gets traded like tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon. And it won't shock me if this kind of drags into the week, you know? Because teams are on the phone. There's just been so much reporting that teams are just on the phone. We're hearing all these different reports and packages being offered and players being offered. So it wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me if one of the reporters comes out and says, you know what? This team is now in the mix, even though it's, Houston, Miami, San Antonio. Those are just his preferred destinations, which isn't a shocker, but it's like, it wouldn't surprise me if some other team just sneaks in there and excuse me, and offers a deal for Durant. Let me take a sip of my drink. So, Shams Charania also tweets out Durant is on an expiring $54.7 million deal for the 25-26 season. And the Suns have made clear to 6 to 8 seriously interested teams that they will make the best deal for the franchise, even outside of his preferred list of Miami, San Antonio, and Houston. And that's what I've been talking about, you guys. The Phoenix Suns, despite what all these trolls and haters and negative Nellies and pessimistic Suns fans want to think, the Suns are going to do what's best for them. And that's why I can kind of see this playing out a little bit. I know that a lot of people are like, well, the Suns can't do this trade and they can't do this and blah, blah, blah. And they can't get this guy. Guys, that's why these other players, not players, that's why these other people in the Suns front office and Matt Ishbia and general manager Brian Gregory get paid millions of dollars to do their jobs. Despite what a lot of people think, they know a lot more than we do. And that's why I truly do believe this, they are going to do what's best for the franchise. And I've been saying this for a while, you guys. I want the best overall package. Now, everybody's best overall package is going to be a lot different than mine, but I want the best overall package. And there's been a lot of stuff floating around out there. A lot of it's just speculation and like fan trades and all that, but I just want the best package, man, because if we're going to trade a guy like Kevin Durant, I know that he's not prime KD anymore. I know he's not like MVP KD and blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't care, dude. He's one of the greatest scorers of all time. He's still an all NBA player. Excuse me. And I just want as much back as possible for him. Let me grab my water real quick, you guys. Sorry about that. And again, yeah, sorry, sorry if my voice is scratchy too. But all right. So that was the sort of troll job slash latest update. Don't worry, we got lots more to talk about, you guys. Don't click off the screen. We got so much to talk about. Because there's so much stuff floating around out there, you guys. So real quick, I want to know who the 4.4% of you were who voted when I tweeted this out earlier. I tweeted out spontaneous live show tonight, and one of the answers in that was no, I hate you. And then the other two were like, yes, do it right now. And then trade Katie. I want to know who the 4.4% of you who said no, I hate you. And shout out to my guy, Matthew Lissy, man, who's tuning in. He says, love you. Dude, I love you too, man. We got to hang out sometime soon. I hope all is well, man. And thank you to everybody else that's in here. Tony's in here. King Nacho. Saul's in here. Michael. We got so many great people in here, man. Sorry if I missed you, but we got a lot of great people in here. And thank you to everybody that's tuning in. Whether you're tuning in live now or later, I really appreciate it. All right. More KD stuff, you guys. So, I just want to kind of just start. Hold on. Wait. What's going on here? My camera is not showing for some reason. Oh, I know why. Hold on. Stop sharing screen. There we go. Okay, cool. Again, you guys, I'm using a new streaming service, so I'm getting used to this. So I've seen a lot of packages floating around, and I want to start with Houston. Let me take a sip of my water. I've seen a few different Houston packages, and I thought I saw something today that was like they're going to offer Fred VanVleet a package, not a package. They're going to offer him like an extension, if you will. But I've seen some stuff going out there that's like it would be like Jabari Smith Jr., Jalen Green, draft picks, et cetera, et cetera. And then I've seen stuff from like the San Antonio Spurs, and I do want to share a tweet later. Speaking of the Spurs package, and I think a good way to to kind of sum this up is like, where was it? I saw it earlier. I gotta find it real quick. But let me just talk about Houston real quick. Clearly, this is a team that is great on defense. They had an incredible season. I know it didn't really work out in the playoffs. They have a young, bright core. They have a great head coach in Ime Udoka. And they do trade Jalen Green and Jabari Smith. I feel like that would be like a somewhat good sacrifice on their end to get one of the greatest players of all time and a great scorer. Shout out to my guy Lufa. I appreciate you being here, man. He says, yo, what's good? On my lunch break, had to stop by. I appreciate that, man. Just tell your boss and your job that Suns Geek says you can take a few minutes off to watch my show. I'll take the hit for you, man. Anyways, so like I don't think that Houston wants to break up their like whole young core entirely. And like I don't know if just Jabari Smith has dealt with like injuries and stuff. Like I feel like he is a good player, but I just feel like it maybe hasn't worked out in Houston yet. And they still have so much other young talent that they can develop. And Jalen Green, I know that a lot of people think he is like inconsistent, but like he is a really fun, great scorer, super athletic player. So like I can see the vision by like a Jabari Smith Jr., Jalen Green, and then throwing some draft picks kind of trade, especially if they give us our 10th pick. I think it's the 10th pick that they have. And then there's like the Spurs thing, and I want to get to a tweet that I saw earlier. Now I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot of like, I don't want to call them fake insiders, but there's a lot of people that are like claiming to have information. There's like a lot of people that are like, oh, I'm hearing this, I'm hearing all this, blah blah blah. But I want to kind of focus in on a tweet that I saw earlier. Give me 1 second here, you guys. Let me find it. There's so many tweets going around, you guys. And me being Suns geek, I have to follow all this because it's sort of my job, you know what I mean? Okay, where was it? Uh dude, I don't know where it went to. That sucks. Oh well. Well, it was some kind of Spurs package. It was like Devin Vassell, which I'm not. Maybe like 5 years ago, I would have been crazy about that, but I'm not. It was like Harrison Barnes, the 14th pick, and like second round picks. I'm like that. I think I even quote tweeted it. Yeah, there we go. It was my quote tweet. I was like, I'm good. Like, I don't want that. Like, let's see, where was it? Sorry, guys, one man show here. You already know the drill. Here it is. Let me share my screen. So, and I hope I'm not butchering this name. Shabab Khan, NBA, who, NBA draft coverage, scouting insight, league updates. I don't know who this guy is, but he's been featured on Sports Illustrated, NBA on ESPN, The Ringer, whatever. I don't know who he is. Let's be real. But anyways, so yeah, this is where I saw that package earlier, and it was like Devin Vassell, Harrison Barnes, 14th pick and second round draft capital. And it says Phoenix declined, insisting on Stephen Castle or Jeremy Shohan, both whom the Spurs have made clear are off limits per sources. Now, again, I don't know if that's true or not. And like, I think I saw a tweet from my guy Flex earlier that was like, let me make sure I find it here first. I probably should have had all this prepped earlier. But my guy Flex pretty much said like the Spurs aren't out in the running. Let's see. Dang, man, where'd all my tweets go? Why doesn't anything want to work when you need it to work, man? Well, what's going on here? I don't even know how to like use my screen. Follow me on Twitter, by the way, since you guys are seeing my Twitter screen. Where's my guy Flex from Jersey? And yeah, I did see that he was on a podcast earlier and he said some stuff earlier, which I do want to react to one of those things that I saw from him. Here we go. So this is my guy Flex from Jersey's tweet. I need to get him back on the channel too. It's been way too long. So speaking of the Spurs, you guys, I'm going. This is what Flex from Jersey said. This is not me. This is Flex from Jersey. He says, I'm going to keep saying it. I don't think San Antonio is out of this KD race, as many people are reporting. It's called negotiations for a reason. Stay tuned. Guys, like, I know they have the second pick and they have the 14th pick and they probably got a bunch of other picks. Like, I don't know. I'm just saying. But I'm not crazy about some of the offers that I've seen, like Devin Vassell, I'm sure is a great player. And I know Harrison Barnes won a championship and has done a lot. He's had a long NBA career, but like that doesn't like move the needle for me. And then, I see a lot of people talking about the Miami Heat. And I want to go to Basketball Reference real quick because I don't. Let me look at the Miami Heat roster. And I'm sure there's like expiring contracts on here and all that. I just don't know. I mean, you have Bam Adebayo and Tyler Hero. Those are your guys, right? So, and I've seen stuff like the Suns would get, Jaime Jaquez, Duncan Robinson, maybe Nikola Jovic, not Nikola Jokic, Nikola Jovic. And I'm seeing stuff about Kel Elware and blah, blah, blah. But I'm like, would the Miami Heat really be a contender if they traded for KD? I'm like, I don't like, would KD just be going there just to live in Miami and kind of like ride off into the sunset? Like, I don't see the Miami Heat thing. And like, do they even have any picks? Like, can somebody tell me the Miami Heat's picks right now? I'm sure I could Google it, but I'm like, I don't get it, guys. I don't. And like, I guess it's the greedy part of me because Because what the Suns have done the last few years in terms of like getting Kevin Durant, getting Bradley Beal, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I guess I'm a little greedy, but like the Spurs package doesn't blow me away. If they threw that second round pick in there, like absolutely. But even then, I don't know if the Spurs package like blows me away. And then like, you know, the Miami Heat thing, I don't get it from a Miami Heat perspective. You know, like, like, would they really be a quote contender if they traded for Kevin Durant? Like, yeah, you'd have Bam Adebayo and Tyler Hero, and then like a bunch of role players. I I don't see it. I don't know. Um, I don't know, you guys. So, and then you know, I just I kind of just feel I just think the Suns need to just, and I'm talking really Matt Ishbia here. They just need to get the best available deal possible, you guys. Like get as much back in return as they possibly can. And by the way, you guys, I was going to share this too. I'm sure you've seen this going around. Jeremy Shohan or Shohan, however you pronounce his last name, is either one of the biggest trolls ever, or he already knows about the trade and has already moved to Phoenix. And as my guy AZ Sports Zone Twitter says right here, this is a real tweet. It's on his Instagram story right now. You can see it right here. And I talked about this in the stream the other day. Hold on, let me pull up a good. Oh, no, that does not work at all. I talked about this during the live show the other day. That Jeremy Shohan tweeted out, "Beautiful day today, sun emoji. Hope everyone is having a good day." Smiley face. Talk about that. Then today he goes on his Instagram story and he tags the location, Phoenix, Arizona, as you can see on the screen here. And he's in a car apparently with like Ben Simmons. I'm like, dude, what is going on? Like, you can kind of see some stuff in the background. Like, what is going on, dude? He's either the biggest troll of all time or a trade has gone down. Like something has gone down. So I don't know. Saul says, sorry guys. Saul says, KD don't care about winning anymore. He just wants to chill and ball. I disagree with that. I don't agree with the that he doesn't care about winning anymore part. I don't agree with that. If I know Kevin Durant like I think I do, this guy wants to win and he wants to keep playing basketball until quote till the wheels fall off. I gotta take a sip of my drink, you guys. My voice is getting so scratchy. So I've been losing my voice for like a couple days now, you guys. I don't know what's going on. Okay. Well, there's lots more to talk about, you guys. Let's see here. So, again, you guys, like, and I want to remind you guys of something too. First off, if you haven't already, do not, and I'm not trying to like tell you guys how to live your life. This is just my personal opinion here. Do not believe everything that you see and hear, especially on Twitter. There are so many like fake insiders, fake people that are just like trying to get clicks and attention, and so many people that are like, oh, I'm hearing all of this and like blah blah blah. I'm just like, guys, like, what are we doing here? Like, come on. Like, there's maybe 5 to 10 people that actually cover the NBA that truly know what's going on. And that's why I tweeted this out yesterday with the Kevin Durant GIF or GIF or whatever you call it. Per my sources and quote inside information, Kevin Durant will be traded to some team sometime this week or weekend or before the draft in exchange for players and picks. A third team may or may not be involved, heard through a guy who knows a guy close to the situation. To the situation. Guys, there's so much like fake Kevin Durant stuff out there. I think even Kevin Durant is seeing a lot of these tweets, and I'm sure he's so tempted to like respond to some of them, but he can't. Guys, just don't believe everything you see on Twitter. Also, another thing too is just please keep in mind, and I know I'm sounding a little repetitive here, but it's true. Just please keep in mind that so much can change from here to like whenever this deal goes down. Teams are clearly on the phone. The Suns are working. They're trying to get the best available package. And I want Suns fans to remember something. Just because we are trading Kevin Durant right now before the draft does not mean that our offseason is over. We still have so much work to do to retool and resharpen this roster. I'm sure whatever package we get, even if it's like a package that I'm in love with, I'm sure there will be some Suns fans who will hate it. They will throw their little hissy fit. It's going to be a nightmare. But like, just remember, you guys, that the Suns still have the draft. They have free agency. There could be other trades in there. Bradley Beal could get traded. It does not mean that our season is over if we trade Kevin Durant, tonight, tomorrow, whenever, right? So just wanted to remind you guys of that. So I want to get to a couple other things, you guys. I already showed you the Jeremy Shohan, troll job. And I know this live show is kind of all over the place, you guys. Like, somebody DM'd me earlier and they were like, can you give me a prediction? And first off, I'm terrible at making predictions. You guys know that because I never make them on this channel. And I didn't really give him an answer, but I'm just like, I want the best overall package. And I'm like, Miami doesn't really make sense in my opinion, even though a lot of Kel Ware stuff is floating around right now. I'm just like, I don't know. I think Kevin Durant would want to go to a contender, though. That's the thing. Like, I don't see Miami as a contender, even if they get KD. The Spurs could definitely make the playoffs and be really good if they get KD. But, like, they're not a contender. You would think that he would want to go to Houston, who is actually somewhat of a contender and had a really good season. So, I don't know, you guys. And again, keep this in mind. I kind of talked about this at the very start of the show. These are just Kevin Durant's preferred destinations. Like, anything could happen, you guys. I gotta take a sip of my water. So, yeah, wow factor and Tony, I agree with you. Gambo is very reliable. In flex, we trust. Flex from Jersey is my guy. I love John Gambadoro as well. That's what I was saying, you guys. Like, it's obviously Shams Charania, Brian Windhorse, Chris Haynes, a few other guys. And a lot of these like local guys do have a lot of information, but these like random Twitter accounts that you see, it's either just they're really good at predicting things or it's just BS. Or as I've seen some people put it, like they just throw something up there to see if it sticks. And then they're like, oh, I'm an insider now. Like, come on, guys. So I don't know where I was going with all that, but just be careful what you read, you guys. Not everything you see is going to be real. Okay. So if there's something that I missed, please let me know. I do want to talk more Sun stuff, so please don't leave this stream. We got lots more to talk about. If you guys have comments, questions, please let me know. I'll try to get to them all. But We did get some other news that might involve KD that I want to get to. And I feel like this is really important. First off, shout out to my guy, John Voida from the Suns Jam Session podcast, who tweeted this out earlier. And this is coming from Jake Fisher from the Stein line, Mark Stein Substack. I've had Jake Fisher once on this channel before. He's an awesome guy. Shout out to him. But he said, per Jake Fisher, there has been a good bit of chatter this week about the Suns' willingness to explore trades involving Grayson Allen and Royce O'Neal as part of the Durant discussions, sources say, to reduce their tax bill further. Excuse me. So, I just kind of feel like either one of Grayson Allen or Royce O'Neal is going to get traded. But now that we have a new GM, now that we have a new front office, now that we have a new coach, and the Suns are kind of trying to do this, retool around Devin Booker, it doesn't surprise me that Grayson Allen and Royce O'Neal are in these, apparent trade talks. It wouldn't shock me if both of them got traded. But I don't know. And it might help going, in the future to, lower this tax bill, if you will, and to try to get not be in the third apron or second apron or whatever it is. So this does not surprise me. I really like Grayson Allen. And in my opinion, I think both of them could fit this sort of new vision that the Suns want, like guys that are going to compete out there, hustle on defense, hustle on every play. I feel like that's both Grayson Allen and Royce O'Neal. But maybe the Suns are just thinking differently. I don't know. The May shows says this is going to get like the Jimmy Butler situation. I agree with you because I feel like it already is the Jimmy Butler situation because there were so many Jimmy Butler rumors and news and reports and blah, blah, blah. At one point, I was just like, guys, I'm not going to talk about this on my channel because it's just too much. Even with all this KD stuff, it seems like there's been a KD rumor every single day. I'm like, guys, even though it's my job to do this on the channel, I'm not talking about this. Like, it's too much. Although tonight was different. I was like, I got to go live for this, you guys. So, yeah. And then I wanted to talk about this too, you guys. So we'll see what happens with Grayson Allen and Royce O'Neal. Again, a lot could happen from now to the draft to free agency. Royce O'Neal and Grayson Allen could get traded like in the middle of August. I don't know. We'll see. So, sorry, guys. Do me a huge favor, you guys. Crush that like button. Share the show. Support this channel. I know that there's a lot of Suns content and Suns podcasts and everything, but it would really mean a lot to me if you'd support this show and support Suns Geek, especially since I got a really scratchy voice right now and I'm kind of sick, but I'd appreciate it. So again, see what happens with Royce O'Neal and Grayson Allen. Wouldn't shock me if Devin Booker is the only returning Phoenix Sun this season. It really wouldn't. Like, I would not be shocked because I think the Suns are going to kind of clean house in a way, but not necessarily like rebuild. I can't see that happening. I don't think they're going to go into like a full-on rebuild mode. I just don't see it. Let me just fix something real quick, you guys. The latest Phoenix Suns news. There we go. That looks better. So now we're just going to talk strictly just like Suns, and I'm going to kind of open up the floor to you guys. We will open up the, I'll answer your guys' questions, comments, but I do want to get to one more thing too. Cause you guys are gonna think I'm crazy for this. And like this is just my personal opinion, so don't kill me, you guys. Um, I haven't listened to the podcast that Flex was on, but apparently, not apparently, he did say, quote, remember this is Flex from Jersey talking. This is not me guessing. This is not me throwing something at the wall. Both Chris Paul, CP3, and Russell Westbrook are guys that could be on this team. Westbrook has been trying to get to Phoenix for 3 years. Guys, I hope you don't unsubscribe to me for saying this, but I love Russell Westbrook. I know that he's not MVP Westbrook anymore. I know he's not in his prime, blah, blah, blah. Guys, if the Suns are looking for somebody who will compete out there, who will hustle out there, who can still play, in my personal opinion, it's Russell Westbrook. And we all know what Chris Paul can do. Chris Paul had one of his healthiest seasons this past season with the Spurs. And, you know, we all know Chris Paul and Devin Booker. I would love if both of them somehow ended up on our team. If we can get Russell Westbrook for the right price, I would not be angry about this. And it doesn't surprise me. Like Russell Westbrook just seems like a player that would want to play on the Phoenix Suns. Now, it sucks that Westbrook and KD can't play together once again, but I would be very happy with either of these two players or both of them coming to the Phoenix Suns, especially Chris Paul, because we all know Chris Paul. He helped turn around this franchise. Speaking of that, can I go on a quick rant? Somebody on my TikTok page, follow me on TikTok, by the way, the little ticker's going down there. Let me take a sip of my beer real quick. Somebody on my TikTok page left a comment, and he said that Chris Paul is like the reason that, or he said something like Chris Paul turned the Phoenix Suns franchise around. And I'm like, well, first off, the reason Chris Paul came to Phoenix is because of Devin Booker. Same thing with Kevin Durant. Two, you're not necessarily wrong, but you're not right either. Like, could you imagine if Devin Booker like didn't play that season that Chris Paul came, or he was like super injured? Like, yeah, Chris Paul would have helped. He would have contributed, but the Phoenix Suns wouldn't have had the season that they did Chris Paul's first year. I was like, that comment just kind of bugged me. I was just, what? It's like, come on, guys. I think Devin Booker gets way too much like social media hate, but people don't really hate him that much like in person. You know what I mean? So, just wanted to go on that quick little rant. But again, you guys, according to my guy Flex from Jersey, who's my friend, I've had him on this channel before. I trust him. I know him. He's a great guy. According to my guy Flex from Jersey, Chris Paul and Russell Westbrook would love to play for the Phoenix Suns. So we will just have to wait and see what happens with that. Let's see what happens if I do this. Sorry, I'm trying to edit something on mine. Drag to move? Oh, whoa. What's going on? That did not work. Welcome to Suns Geek, guys, where I play around with my screen because I don't know what I'm doing. Let's see what happens if I do that. Whoa, that looks cool. You guys aren't going to get this kind of stuff on any other channel, so, you know. Okay, that looks so much better. Cool. There we go. I love it. We're going to keep it like that. If anybody's a producer and knows how to like use Restream, please let me know because I need a producer. Anyways. All right, guys. So I don't know if I'm missing anything else. again, I know that the Miami Heat, rumors are flying right now. I know that Kel Elware is like, you know, apparently the Suns' savior if we get him. And yes, he was a great prospect coming out of college and into the draft. Um, I, I don't know. I don't know, you guys. For some reason, the Miami Heat and what they can offer, it just doesn't blow me away. Yeah, Tony, like you already know, man. He says, one man show, LOL. We hear Suns Geek. You guys are the real ones, man. Like, you guys have seen me have audio issues. You've seen me have like lagging internet connection issues. You've seen me like click a million buttons and lose track of my notes. Like, that's the kind of great stuff you get here on Suns Geek. You guys don't need all this overproduced, quality great content. You need like somebody real that like you can relate to and like talk Suns with. That's why I'm here for you guys. But seriously, you guys, no joke. One man show. Somebody send some help, please. Anyways, so Sam Vecini had a good tweet earlier. I want to get to a couple more tweets before we kind of open it up to you guys. Let's see here. Here we go. So yeah, Sam Vecini had a what's going on here? Whoops. Here we go. Yeah, Sam Vecini had a good tweet, you guys. Again, follow me on Twitter if you aren't already. He says KD leak about his preferred teams feels pretty pointed, which is good for him and his reps. Go for it. But I feel like Phoenix is going to move him where they want to move him. I agree, but I also feel like the Suns are also going to try their best to get the best available package that they can, But it is a good tweet. And speaking of good tweets, my guy at Suns Are Better, one of my favorite follows on Twitter, said a bidding war for Kevin Durant between the Heat, Spurs, and Rockets has the potential to yield the Suns a major return with packages featuring Kel Elware. Now remember, he's talking just packages. The Spurs number 2 pick and Stephen Castle. I doubt that happens, but I get what he's saying. Well, maybe he's saying number 2 pick or Castle. And then the Rockets, I don't know what he meant. Regain? Retool? Regain? I don't know. And then 25, 27, 29 picks. Feels like we're building towards a haul for Phoenix. I love that tweet. It's a great tweet. And somebody's calling me live on the stream. Should I answer it? I'm not even joking. Somebody's calling me. But anyways, so I don't know, you guys. A lot of great tweets out there. I've been trying to follow it all. Because that's just what we do here. Let's see. King Nacho says the Suns Geek Hustle Award goes to the Suns Podcast Hustle Award goes to Suns Geek. For real, man. I'm not even a podcast. Sorry, guys. I'm not even a podcast, but you guys know me. I do all the content I can for you guys, even when I have a scratchy and sick voice. I'm a one-man show here. So I appreciate the Suns Podcast Award going to me. I appreciate it. Even though there's like real podcasts out there that are way better than mine and have better analysis and all that stuff. So, all right, guys, let's open up the floor to you. Whatever you guys want to talk about, let's do it. Also, before we get to that, I have to share one more thing. Again, I talked about this earlier. I shared a tweet earlier and said, like, should I do a spontaneous live show tonight? And 4.4% of you voted no, I hate you, which I understand. I mean, I get it. And then 28.9% of you said, yes, do it right now. Rah. And then 66.7% of you voted trade KD already. I'm going to retweet that. Follow me on Twitter if you don't already, guys. All right, guys, let's get it up to you. I'm going to open up the floor to you. I'm going to read your comments. I'm going to put your comments back on the screen. How do I do that? Here we go. Overlay. Dude, shout out to Restream, man. Restream is so cool. Look at this, you guys. As long as I've been doing this YouTube content, I've known about putting like the chat on the screen while I'm live, but only certain like streaming services do it. And the fact that I am not paying for this service yet, although I'm going to pay for it soon, the fact that this is free, that you can see your comment on the stream right now is awesome. So, yeah. Okay. Let's see. So, shout out to Restream, you guys. If Beal is gone, Westbrook is going to be a great replacement. He might have flashbacks at the Suns, hopefully. Ooh, can I talk about one more thing? And I promise I'll get you guys' comments and questions. I don't know why I thought of this. Probably just because of the salaries and all that. And again, I made a whole video about it. Go check it out right now. It's on my channel. I know a lot of Suns fans are like, we should not trade for Rudy Gobert, blah, blah, blah. You know, he can't play defense when it matters in the playoffs. I get it, whatever. Rudy Gobert would transform our defense. He's a 4-time defensive player of the year. He is one of the greatest defensive players of all time, especially in the past 10 years. But salary-wise, I would not care about his contract because we have Bradley Beal. Some guy was tweeting at me earlier and was like, you already have Bradley Beal. Why would you want Rudy Gobert's contract? I'm like, dude, that's exactly why. I'm like, one, because we've had worse at the center position. And two, we have Bradley Beal's contract. Matt Ishbia doesn't care. You can take your second apron and shove it. That's why I wouldn't mind the Minnesota Timberwolves package of like either Rudy Gobert or Julius Randle, Mike Conley, DiVincenzo. I don't know. Draft picks. I need to take a sip of my water, you guys. They're calling you to break news. I wish, man. I wish I had the inside information like that, you guys. Did I tell you about the time that I met Adrian Wojnarowski, aka Woj, aka Woj Bombs? True story. I have a picture of it. I remember we were at Summer League. We saw him like walking up. My friend spotted him. We all politely chased him down slowly. We didn't like overwhelm him. We were just talking to him. We were like, oh, it's so nice to meet you, blah, blah. And I remember after we were, done like asking for pictures, he had a red phone in his pocket. And my friend was like, is that the phone where you get all your information from? And he didn't say yes, but he didn't say no either. He kind of like gave my friend a smirk. So it would be badass if I had all that information, man. Okay. Let's see. Excuse me. Pick it up. It's Kevin Durant calling. Bro is also asking for trade updates. That's funny. Tony says, Suns Geek, I would like to see you on PHNX again. Yes, that would be absolutely awesome. Haven't been on there in like 2 years because one, if you did not know, if you're new to this channel, just moved back to the Valley like 5-6 months ago, which I'm super thankful for. But I lived in a different state when I was on the PHNX podcast, and lots changed since then. And I would love to be back on. So if anybody from PHNX is watching, I would love to be back on the show. So hopefully soon. Okay. Let's see. You can still talk to us you can still talk to us and read our stuff, man. Yeah, that's true. I know. I just think it's cool though, because you guys can voice your opinion and kind of be part of the show. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything. Let's see. Oops. I have a question. We discussed the teams that KD wants. Now let's discuss the mystery teams who don't care and will risk a 1-year rental. Raptors, Clippers, Magic, and Pistons. Can we look at packages? Oh man, that's a great question. I wish I was smart enough to come up with packages for all those teams. But from my sort of, is narrative a good word to say? From my narrative opinion on these teams, I don't see Toronto. It's not impossible with Toronto. They have a lot of young talent. They have Scotty Barnes. I mean, they're not going to trade Scotty Barnes. So I'm just saying they have young talent and they have Scotty Barnes. They have a lot they could offer. I don't see it. And I don't see Kevin Durant playing in Toronto. If they had Kawhi Leonard and Scotty Barnes still there, absolutely. So I don't see Toronto happening. Now, John Gambadoro has mentioned the Clippers twice. Don't sleep on that, you guys. I don't know who or what they would offer us, but that's possible. I like the Orlando Magic. That's not crazy to think about. I think they were like one of, if not the worst, like 3-point shooting team in the league. And clearly scoring, I think, is an issue for them. They have a lot of young talent and picks they could offer. I like what they're building over there. I like their GM. I love their coach. I love a lot of their young players. They could definitely offer us a package. I've talked about the Pistons one before. I don't see the Pistons trade happening. I don't know why. And it's not that I don't not like their package that they could offer. It's just, in my opinion, it wouldn't make sense for the Pistons to do it. In my opinion, it just wouldn't. I don't know, you guys. But I love this question, Wow Factor. Thank you. This was a great question. I just I don't know. So I if it sort of answers your question, I think the Clippers and Magic could happen. That really could happen. Especially, I mean, on paper, the Magic could do it. Clippers, I don't know what it would look like, but it's not impossible for the Clippers. Remember who their owner is, you guys. Steve Ballmer, one of the richest men on the planet. We all think Matt Ishbia is rich, and yes, he is very rich. Steve Ballmer is like what, twice that? Yeah. Steve Ballmer is a very rich man, and he wants to fill those seats in the new arena that they have, with the wall, which I think is a great idea, by the way. It's like Clippers fans only. It's kind of like a college environment. That'd be awesome if the Suns could do that one day. And James Harden's still there, and Kawhi Leonard, and blah blah blah. So we'll see. Excuse me. Let's make sure I didn't miss anything here. But again, thank you, Wow Factor. That was a great question, man. Well, that's awesome. I met I met Shams at halftime of Game 2 of the finals. That's awesome, dude. That's so cool. I would like the Spurs trade if they include the second overall pick or Castle or Jeremy. That's the thing. They would have to offer, like, the 14th pick is great. It's a lottery pick. And who knows? Maybe that player would be great for us and play for us for a long time, blah, 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 whatever. But like, the greedy part of me wants something better. Like Stephen Castle or Stephen Castle, didn't he just win Rookie of the Year? Like, he was great this year. So much upside, so much talent. And this is a loaded draft class, you guys. If we get that second overall pick, dude, oh my God. Jeremy Shohan's fine. I don't know. Whatever. And like, sure, Devin Vassell and Harrison. I'm not blown away by it. You would have to give me that second pick or Steven Castle, but they're not going to do that, you guys. Let's see. Bradley Beal must go. I know that there was a report recently, and I don't know if it was like a verified report or anything, but it was like Bradley Beal has told reporters or whatever that like him and his family are happy here. He's not going to leave. I think that might have, I don't know. If somebody came from, that'd be cool. Maybe I could just Google it, but I'm just like, I don't know. But it's not, even though a lot of Suns fans don't think it's going to happen, it is not impossible. Bradley Beal still could be traded. We just have to convince him to waive the no trade clause. And I've seen this floating around too. Discuss Beal to Charlotte. If Charlotte trades for Bradley Beal, they are the worst franchise like ever in basketball history. And I really like their GM. I really do. Like, he actually seems like a really smart guy. I've listened to a lot of his press conferences, and I hope that they're kind of in the right direction. They still have LaMelo Ball. They still have Brandon Miller, a lot of other young talent. They have a lot of picks and a lot of future assets. It just wouldn't make sense. I don't see why they would take on that big of a contract. And like, again, this is where the Bradley Beal no trade clause comes into play. Why would Bradley Beal want to go play in Charlotte? Even if, I think I just saw a comment, was it Brandon Miller played on his AAU team? Like, who cares? Like, sure, they probably know each other. Bradley Beal knows a lot of players in the league. I'm like, dude, like, that just wouldn't make sense from a Hornets perspective. It would probably be great for the Suns. They'd probably get back young players and picks, but I'm like, that doesn't make sense to me. Maybe I think too much like a GM, but I'm just like, that doesn't make sense. Yeah, King Nacho says there was a rumor about it, and Brandon Miller played on Beal's AAU team. Like, okay, cool. A lot of players play on AAU teams, man. I don't know. Jordan Poole for Bradley Beal. Maybe, but again, that doesn't make sense for Washington. Oh, wait, no, I'm going to shut this down right away. When I saw this floating around, no. Why would the Wizards trade back for Bradley Beal? They're not going to do that, you guys. The Wizards are in I'm actually a fan of it. They're in year 3. Devin Booker's live right now? No, he's not. Is he? Anyways, the Washington Wizards are in year 3 of a very, very, very long rebuild. And they are literally rebuilding this thing brick by brick. They're not going to trade back for Bradley Beal. They're just not. Even if somehow, let's say like Kevin Durant or like some big superstar got traded to Washington, they're not going to trade back for Bradley Beal. Book live right now with Lacey and Adept playing COD. Is that like on Twitch or something? I don't know. You're probably right, but I don't know. Let's see. Thanks, bro, for answering that one. I wanted to add the Grizzlies news is quiet. What if the Suns are doing a 3-team trade? Will they get Jackson Jr. and looking to get paid? CBA rules on Grizzlies. I don't know. I don't know. I think the Grizzlies are weird because like clearly they're a playoff team. I know that they dealt with injuries, and didn't they like lose in the play-in tournament or something like that? But I feel like they are a good team. Like Jaren Jackson Jr. had an incredible season, especially offensively. But I don't know. Like, I feel like this kind of goes into the Pistons territory of all this. Like, would the Grizzlies want to tear up that sort of core that they have for Kevin Durant? And I'm sure there's a lot of great players they could offer us, but I'm just like, I don't see it, you guys. I don't know. It's not impossible though, but unless Memphis is like a sleeper team that isn't being reported on right now that could trade for KD, I don't see it. I need some water, you guys. Okay, let's see. Jason, I appreciate that kind tweet that you tweeted out earlier. Means a lot to me, man. But he says, Jason says, I pray Cameron Johnson comes back to the Suns and somehow in this trade, KD, or sorry, I can't read. Let me try that again. I pray Cameron Johnson comes back to the Suns and somehow in this KD trade, I pray the Suns draft Carter Bryant. Hashtag steal of the draft. Guys, I have been slacking so much on my draft homework. I have no clue who Carter Bryant is. We'll see. And, I know a lot of Suns fans want Mikal Bridges back and Cam Johnson back, but guys, come on. Like, I feel like that's just like nostalgia at this point. And like, I love Cam Johnson, man. Like, I'd be thrilled if we got him back, but like, come on, guys. Like, it's all just nostalgia and Suns fans just missing that finals team. And I get it. I get it to an extent, but I like to personally cheer for the players that are on our current roster. I support the team that we have. Maybe I'm alone on that. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. Okay, guys. See if I missed anything here. I sent you a DM on Twitter of me and Shams the finals. Let's check that out real quick. Share that real quick if we want to. This is the kind of content you get here on Suns Geek, guys. We check out people's DMs of pictures of him and Shams. That's cool though. I'm glad you met him, man. That's awesome. Why isn't this working? Whoa, that looks weird. What's going on? There we go. That's cool, man. You met Shams Charania. Yeah, I'll have to find that picture of Woj and I somewhere. Yeah, I have it though. I've tweeted it out a few times. That's cool though. Shams seems like a cool guy, man. He really does. All right, guys. I think that might be it. It's gonna get crazy from here, you guys. Like, I don't know. A lot is gonna happen from the moment this live show ends to the draft, which is in T minus 10 days. Like, I have to really, I know I said this last time I went live, which was like 4 days ago, but I really have to step up my draft homework, you guys. I have so much like studying to do, and I have to watch so much highlights and read about these guys because I want to be live for the draft. I want to do 2 different draft shows, and I want to be able to tell you guys about almost every player in the draft. Oh, and can we talk about the draft before we get out of here? Just real quick. I want you guys to remember this too. Because we have a new general manager and because we have, Matt Ishbia, who I believe is going to have a big say and a big part and probably the final say in most of the Suns, decisions going forward. It would not shock me if the Suns trade their picks. It would not shock me. Because King Nacho says, I hope I'm saying your name right. read NBA Insider for real, man. But anyways, it would not shock me if the Suns trade their picks because Matt Ishbia has the final say. Now I know that Brian Gregory was very instrumental in drafting Ryan Dunn and Oso Ighodaro, but maybe the Suns are like, you know what? We kind of already have our young talent. Let's develop them. Let's trade these picks. And again, you guys, do not forget this. You're gonna hear me. You're gonna hear me say this so many times. So many phone calls are going to take place from here all the way to draft day, and even the second day of the draft. So much could change from here on out, you guys. So it wouldn't surprise me if the Suns trade some picks. It wouldn't surprise me if Devin Booker is pretty much the last man standing on this roster. You know, wouldn't surprise me, man. Stefan, I appreciate you being here, man. He says, "Good morning from Serbia. What's up? What's up, Suns Geek? Thanks, man." I don't support Beal. Sorry, man. You can't be laughing your A off when Curry buries a 3 on you and we losing bad. Yeah, I remember that. I don't know if I talked about that on this channel, but I remember I kind of got bothered by that. Yeah, that was just weird. You know, I remember seeing that, and I remember that was just such a bad time for the Suns. I don't know. But yeah, you guys can Google that clip. That's a real clip, man. Like, I don't know. I don't know, you guys. What trade offer is the one you prefer, Geek? I think it's the Houston one, man. And I don't know what that's going to look like. It could be Jabari Smith, Jalen Green, draft picks, blah, blah, blah. It could be Alfred Sengun, which I don't know if they would want to trade him. I mean, that guy's an all-star. It could be anybody, man. Like, I'm leaning more towards the Houston package because one, they're the true contender out of all of this, and two, I think they have the most to offer. And like Sham said earlier, the Suns are going to get the best possible package they can for KD. Let's see. Yeah, A702 says, I say the trade happens Monday. I'm kind of feeling Monday too, man. But it wouldn't surprise me like if it happens tomorrow. I hope my voice is better by the time it does do that. Or by the time he does get traded. We got 50 people in here. Crush that like button, y'all. Crush that like button. How about this, you guys? How about we go for 8 more minutes? Because my voice is shot. I'm going to chug the rest of my beer and we're going to finish the stream. 8 more minutes, you guys. And let me fix one more thing, you guys. Let's do this too. Q&A, ask questions in the chat. 8 more minutes, you guys, and we'll get out of here. Matt says, I just hope we get a package with decent young picks and players. It's all you could ask for. Some of these fans are wanting KD for chips and apples. A 7 out of 10 trade is all I can realistically hope for. Right here, you guys. This comment's great. I love it. Thank you, Matt. I agree. Like, I said this last live show, you guys. If you are a Suns fan, you should want the Suns to win. You should want the Suns to get as much back as possible for Kevin Durant. And like this comment says right here, just get players, young players, get picks, get like a 7 out of 10 trade. Some Suns fans are like, we're going to get like, as you say, chips and apples for Kevin Durant. Guys, this is Kevin Durant we are talking about here. We are going to get a decent package for him. But again, what sucks is, and this is what is stressful about being a Suns content creator and even just a Suns fan in general, is there's going to be so many fans out there that are going to be like underwhelmed. Like any move the Suns do, like so many Suns fans are just overwhelmed. They just have all these high expectations, man. And it's just like nothing pleases Suns fans. So I'm just hoping and praying that we get the best possible package for KD, man. And I hope you Suns fans who are watching right now or later are not underwhelmed by the trade package. I hope I'm not underwhelmed, but like I'm gonna be happy if we actually get a reasonable, package back. Ivan says, "Hey Suns Geek, do you think Orlando could go for Beal in exchange for KCP and Jonathan Isaac, and that we also give up Grayson in a parallel I can't talk in a trade plus a first round pick for Goga Batatse and Wendell Carter." Let me take a sip of my beer real quick. This trade is not impossible, but I doubt it happens. Now, I see it from the Orlando side. What did I say earlier? They need scoring. They need 3-point shooting. This would be great for Orlando, and it could work out for Phoenix too, but I don't know if Orlando's going to give up all of that. I don't see it. Maybe for Grayson Allen, I could see that. But I don't know. I don't think that's going to happen. That could be a win-win for both teams, kind of. But I don't see that happening. I'm not shutting it down. I don't hate it, but it's not impossible either. I don't know. We'll see. Hey Suns Geek, I just got here. Have you talked about that rumor with the Timberwolves where we get Rudy Gobert, Dante DiVincenzo, and Rob Dillingham? Yes, I appreciate you being here. But yeah, I have talked about it. Talked about it in a video of mine. I've even talked about it a little bit on Twitter and in this show. So if you missed it, I would love this package. I would love the Timberwolves to make a deal with us. I would love Rudy Gobert back. A lot of people are crapping on him and hating on him right now. I like Rudy Gobert, man. I really do. And Rob Dillingham is a young, rising talent in this league. He just had his rookie season. Like, I would love Rob Dillingham and Dante DiVincenzo. You get what you get with him. I wouldn't hate it. They'd probably throw us a draft pick. I would like it. Let's see. A720 says, Dunn is an absolute dog. We need more like him. Exactly. I agree. Let's see. RG says, when do you think the trade goes down? Guys, it would not shock me if, like, it happens later tonight, tomorrow, this week. I'm telling you guys, I know that we all have lives and jobs and stuff. So do I. I have a job. My job is kind of strict about being on the phones. But seriously, guys, this week, I'm going to be glued to my phone. I don't care. Like, everywhere I go, I'm just going to be doing this. Just checking for the latest updates. So I hope it goes down this week. But like Gambo has been saying, and even Shams Charania was saying, it could happen before the draft or at the draft. Let's see. Excuse me. At Wow. I didn't watch the playoffs at all, man. I was so tired with this last season. I wanted nothing basketball. Only whatever involved the Suns and trades and moves. Yep. Let's see. Wow Factor asks another great question. Will OKC or the Pacers trade for KD if one of them loses? I doubt it. I really doubt it. Again, it's not impossible, especially for OKC, who has a way bigger package. Pause. They have the better assets to offer. But I doubt it because, one, you just made the finals. That's why, like, when I saw, like, I think it was Shams or somebody that was like, Miles Turner, a lot of contending teams are going to be looking at Miles Turner, which is fine. He's playing great and everything, but I'm like, your team just made the finals. You're not going to really break up that core, I don't think, unless like games 5, 6, and maybe 7 are like disasters. Then yeah, maybe you decide to do it. And again, OKC has so many assets that they could trade, and they could probably be back in the Western Conference Finals or even the finals again. But like, I doubt it. I don't see it happening. But again, after the Luka trade, anything is possible. Let's see. Tony says Alfred Şengün would be perfect. We need a center. I love Alfred Şengün, man. I know that this is easier to say now, you guys, but I remember, I think the year was, when did he get drafted? 2020 or 2021, I think. I remember doing my draft homework, watching some film, and I remember, I think he was like the Turkish, like MVP, like in his league or whatever. And I just remember watching a few highlights, reading some stuff. I was like, this guy's kind of different. And now he's like an all-star, like one of the best centers in the league, dude. I know it's easy to say now, but like I actually did say that like way back in the day, dude. I don't know. Saul says, oh God, I'm already 2 minutes over my 8-minute limit that I said I was going to do, but whatever. Trading picks would hurt this team. You have to build through trades, free agency, the draft. Look at Tamani, a player the Suns really need now. Yeah, but like, what do you do when your owner doesn't care about draft picks? What if the owner's like, hey, I want to trade those draft picks for better players? I don't know. I mean, let's be real, you guys. Like, these draft picks aren't really going to help us right now. Just saying. Unless like we get like the second overall pick or like a top 5 pick, maybe. Or we draft the next Nikola Jokic in the second round. I don't know. Tony, I'm so glad you said this, man. Thank you, Tony. Let me take a sip of my beer. I want to say the trade news is official at midnight, like last time at Suns Geek, waking everyone up again. Guys, I had some flashbacks today. If you remember on my channel, I remember I went live for like 3 hours. Remember when the Kyrie Irving trade rumors were happening before the Kevin Durant trade? I was covering that. I was live. I did so many shows and videos. And then bam, midnight happens. Kevin Durant gets traded to the Phoenix Suns. I go live for like another 3 hours. This is kind of giving me that same feel. This was a spontaneous live show. I really feel like a trade could happen. If I happen to go live and I'm like outside or something, it's because I don't want to wake up the rest of the fellow Suns geeks in this house. It's probably because of that. It wouldn't shock me if a late trade happens, but it wouldn't shock me either if it's like on Thursday. I don't know. John says, hello, Valley Boys in the house. Valley Boys. When are we going to bring back the Valley Boys, man? Remember when we were the Valley Boys? I was wearing my Kelly Oubre shirt in a video the other day. Let's see. Jason says, I don't think the trade would be able to get announced until the finals are over. Could be agreed upon, but not signed until the finals conclude. I agree with you, and I kind of want to just focus on one part that you said. Where was it? One could get agreed upon. So I feel like the news would break that Kevin Durant has been traded. But as you mentioned, it would not be finalized. And there is a big difference, guys. I mean, I could call somebody right now and say, "Hey, I'll trade you one of these Funko Pops for your Funko Pop." But that doesn't mean it's finalized until we actually swap Funko Pops, right? So I totally agree with this comment. And remember, you guys, kind of going back to the Luca trade. Remember when Mark Williams was supposed to be traded to the Lakers, and then that trade was like rescinded? Sometimes we do see that. Sometimes trades, like the trade will happen, and then it's like, oh, wait a minute, this guy's not in this deal, and blah blah blah. Like sometimes that happens, you guys. So I'm glad you said that, Jason. Let's see. We've all seen it for years. Katie can single-handedly, amen, bring you back and win you a game. Amen to that. I don't know what people are thinking with some of these trade scenarios. Exactly. We've all seen it for years. Katie can single-handedly bring you back and win you a game. I don't know what some people are thinking with these trade scenarios. That's why I give so much crap to Suns Twitter and to Suns Facebook and stuff. So many people just it's like these quote Suns fans disrespect the Suns by some of their tweets and trade packages and just criticism of this team. I'm like, are you guys even Suns fans? So I agree. I agree with this comment, man. I love that. Um, yeah, Kanye, I see you. Yeah, I know. Okay, yep. Katie, preferred destination, Spurs, Heat, and Rockets. I see you. I know. Um, Jason says, I love the fact that you can't agree up on a trade to the finals conclude because that gives the Suns more time and teams are still upping their bid. And you want to get all you can for Katie, a top 10 player. I agree. And guys, a big part of that is because even though it doesn't seem like it, the 2024-25 season is still going on because we're still in the finals. You know what I mean? So like if SGA drops like 75 points in an NBA Finals game, that will be considered part of history for that season and in NBA Finals history in general. So that's one reason. Now, the moment the finals end and the clock strikes midnight or whatever, that's when trades and stuff can go down. So yeah, I agree. um Rate this trade. Katie to the Rockets, Jalen Green, pick number 10 to the Nets. Huh? Claxton, Smith Jr., Cam Whitmore, pick 1926, and future seconds to the Suns. I don't know, man. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. I know that there's a lot of young talent in there. I like Nicholas Claxton. I like the draft picks. I uh I don't know. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. Yeah, A7020. I agree. I don't think Houston's going to trade him either, but I'm a big fan of him. Alfred Sengun, that is. Um, let's see. Let's see. If the Suns weren't complete ass, I guarantee us getting a better package for KD next season will be the Suns' future for the next 3 to 4 years. Traded DA for Allen and Nurkic. Don't even think there was a pick in that package. Correct me if I'm wrong. um, I don't remember if there was a pick in that package. Did one of those picks end up to be Ryan Dunn or Oso Ighodaro? Maybe. I don't know. Anyways, all right, guys. I think that's gonna be it for now. My voice is shot. I better save my voice in case there's actual news. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. We had like over 50 people in here at one point. So seriously, guys, please crush that like button. It really helps support the channel. There's so many great Suns pods and great shows, Sun shows and NBA shows that a little show like me, you guys crushing that like button, just literally clicking one button would mean a lot. Um, if you're watching afterwards, please continue to watch. Please crush that like button, share the show. If you have friends that are Suns fans or family members, please tell them about Suns Geek. It would mean a lot. So, again, you guys, I'm working really hard for you. I'm pumping out the best content that I can. I'm not joking when I say I am a one-man show. And that's not for you guys to feel bad for me. It's just the truth. So just know that I'm trying my best for you guys. So, I'm literally doing this show with a scratchy voice. I mean, come on, guys. Like, I love you guys and I appreciate you. Without you guys, this channel is nothing. So, do me a huge favor, you guys. Subscribe to Suns Geek, share the show, tell people about Suns Geek, and stay tuned. I know we all have lives and jobs, but seriously, you guys, stay glued to your phones because it's going to get crazy from here. Turn on those notifications. Turn on those Shams and Brian Windhorse and etc. notifications. And get ready, you guys. It's going to get nuts from here. So, with that being said, I'm going to finish off my beer. Cheers to you guys. Delicious. And I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my night. I'm going to go try to fix my voice, hopefully. Maybe eat some cough drops and some medicine and all that. So, all right, guys, I'm out of here. Let's play some outro music, shall we? I don't know what music this is, but it's just what's green. Yeah. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I don't have my outro yet because, again, I'm using a new stream. So, all right, guys, I love y'all. Hit that like button, crush the like, share the show. Get ready, you guys. Here we go. Kevin Durant trade. It's going to happen soon. Just get ready, guys. Thank you for all the love and support, everybody. God bless you guys. Stay safe. I'm out of here. You guys are all amazing. Subscribe because we're on the road to 10K subscribers, y'all. We're almost there, you guys. I love you guys. I'm out of here. It says, get Shams to follow Suns Geek. That'd be amazing, man. If even like Shams Sharani like knew who I was, that'd be like amazing. All right, guys. I love y'all. Peace out. God bless. And go Suns.